Dear students, today I am going to discuss clustering technique, and under this technique I will discuss K-means algorithm. And under this topic I will cover the following points: what do you mean by the clustering, different clustering methods, and K-means algorithm along with the example. What is clustering? So if we talk about the clustering, it is a data mining technique used to place the data elements into their related groups. A cluster consists of data objects with high intrasimilarity and low intersimilarity with the objects of other clusters. The quality of cluster depends on the method used, and it is also called as data segmentation because it partitions large dataset into groups according to their similarity. So what's happening here? Suppose we are having so many points, right? So now we are dividing these points into some groups, and now suppose we are dividing into two groups, right? And few points are coming into this cluster and rest points suppose are coming into this clusters. Now in case of these clusters, whatever points are inside in this clusters, so these points are the similar, but these points are dissimilar from the points of these clusters. So it means intra similarity is high as far as cluster is concerned, but intersimilarity is low between the cluster. Intersimilarity is low between the cluster and intrasimilarity is high. And these are the areas where the clustering can be used in case of the marketing, where we can group the different customers depending on their behavior. Similarly, in case of the biology, we can classify the different plants and animals according to their features. And in case of the hospitals, we can classify, or we can group the different patients as per the symptoms. Similarly, we can provide some kind of anomaly of the system also in terms of the outlier. If we talk about the different clustering methods, so these are the different clustering methods. One is partitioning methods, hierarchical method, density based method, and grid based methods. But today I am going to cover the partitioning methods, and under this I will cover the K-means algorithm. If we talk about the K-means algorithm, so these are the persons, different persons who developed this particular algorithm: McQueen, J. Hattigan, and M.A. Wong in 1975. So what we are doing in this, suppose we are having the n objects, and we are grouping those n elements into the K cluster, where K is what? The number of clusters. And maximum number of clusters can be created depending on the number of elements, means that can be n, and but K should be less than and equal to n. So these are the steps in this particular algorithm. First, we partition objects into the K non-empty subsets, and then compute seed point as the center of the cluster of the current partitioning, and we can say the mean point. And third point is assign each object to the cluster with the nearest seed points, and this process will continue until no change in the value of the mean point of each cluster. So for example, suppose we are having the marks of the different students. These are the marks, right? And now we want to make the group of these marks, and here class attribute is not given, so it means that this is the unsupervised learning because we are not having a class attribute over here. So now suppose we want to divide this data into two groups, so it means input is what? Number of cluster is 2. So initially we select any two numbers arbitrarily. Suppose we are picking here 40 and 90, and now from 40 and 90 these two will become the mean of two clusters, And now we will find the distance of these two centroid from these points. And for finding the similarity, we have the Euclidean Manhattan distance, and we are considering Euclidean distance. Or we can discuss, we can consider Manhattan distance or Euclidean distance. Manhattan distance means, suppose we are having 2 points x1 and x2. So now the Manhattan distance can be calculated x1 minus x2, absolute value of x1 minus x2. Similarly, for the Euclidean distance, under root x1 minus x2 whole square, like this. In this case also, suppose we are having 2 points x1 y1 x2 y2. Euclidean distance can be measured like this: x1 minus x2 plus y1 minus y2. But if we talk about the Euclidean distance between two dimensional points, this will be x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Similarly, to measure the distance, to find the similarity between 2 points, considering 3-dimensional point, so this may be what Manhattan distance will be what x1 minus x2 plus y1 minus y2 plus z1 minus z2, like this, right? So similarly, we can find the distance using the Euclidean distance, x1 under root x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square plus z1 minus z2 whole square. So any one we can consider to find the similarity. So initially we have picked 40 and 90 as the mean. Now we will try to find the similarity of these centroid from other points. So 40 minus 40, that is 0. 90 minus 40, that is 50. And similarly 40 minus 50. So these are the different points: 40, 50, 80, 85. So we are finding the distance from 40 here, and we are finding distance of the points from 90 here in this column. Now by the observation we are seeing here that 40, 50 and 45 and 60, these are the 4 points which are closer to the 40. So that's why we are having these points in these clusters. Similarly 80, 85 and 90 we are having in this cluster, right? So next step will be what? Now again we will try to find what? We will try to find what? Mean. So M1 will be 40, 50, 40 plus 50 plus 45 plus 60 divided by 4. And here again we are trying to find the what? Mean of this second cluster, 80 plus 85 plus 90 divided by 3. So this is coming how much? 85. Now these two will become the new centroid of the cluster, and again we will try to find the similarity from the other points. So now again we are following the same process here. Now we see again 40, 50, 45, 60 are closer to 48.75. So that's why we are putting in these clusters. And 80, 85, 90 are closest to 85. That's why we are putting in these clusters. So now again we are finding the mean. So 48.75 and M2 is also 85. So it means that these two mean are again same mean as we have got earlier. So that's why now this process will stop here, because we are getting the same mean. Means it means that there is no change in the value of the clusters. So by this way we are dividing the data provided into 2 groups. And for the reference, you can consider the following sites. Finally, thank you very much.